show images like old footage in I think it's 1900s, 1920s. We had this sort of like excellence with us. We actually owned a lot of stuff, a lot of land and stuff. They had a lot of old
there was
footage.
a Black Wall Street. Like, that
Right.
did exist at one point,
Right,
but
Seneca
we know
Village.
why it doesn't exist anymore.
And democracy
the
didn't
Reconstruction
exist
era.
during that time. The Reconstruction era, it didn't exist during that time, and that's what they were saying.
But that's how the KKK came about because we were
I heard that's on the
too much
democracy.
during the Reconstruction era.
We were
Exactly.
You know,
What you said? We were what?
that's how the KKK came about because we were progressing too much during the Reconstruction era.
We had it.
Yeah, and they was not with the shits at all.
Nah,
We had
like,
it.
nah, we got so deep.
We gotta slow this down.
They was,
Hold
I'm
up.
talking
Wait a
about we
minute.
had all you gold, all you. I'm talking about they were showing old footage.
Of that.
And you had towns,
Yeah.
not just Tulsa. You
Towns, we
had
had all
you had
we
Durham,
had.
North Carolina.
I'm talking about
You had other
Louisiana.
towns where we was affluent and and we was getting money.
I'm talking about we were getting money. The impression that we had was just the slavery thing, but no, people started pulling up archives. Like, no, let me tell you what we really was doing. I was like, oh.
Oh.
But honestly,
There was a 13-year-old girl. I can't remember her name.
if you
She had so
travel
much
throughout
inheritance.
this country though, once you leave, see, the problem with people in New York,
We don't leave.
we don't leave. So
We
we
don't
think
leave.
the whole country thinks like us.
Revolves around us, and we don't
we-
realize until
I
election
watched the
season
whole democracy
when
with that. The average New Yorker do not leave New York. And I'm talking about even to live somewhere else, but even to travel. I think now
we're doing better, but I think for a long time we were
We're
not
doing
leaving. No, at all.
that was
At
crazy.
all.
So now it's kind of like, when you travel through the South and the Midwest, yeah, everybody views us different, but they don't have the same views we have. So it's kind of
They
like,
don't.
Nope.
we look at them like, we look at them like, yo, what's wrong with them? They're crazy. They look at us like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all
Which is
motherfuckers
why
crazy.
every time when an election season comes, we're always mind fucked and mind boggled by the fact of like, how did this person win this election? Like, we have so many states similar to like New York in terms of like the evolutionary aspect of it, but they don't realize the power really is with them down there. Like, we ain't got no power up here for real, for real. But okay, so let's get this started. Talk about it. Tell the truth. I've been telling him the same thing. He's like, so what are you gonna do when people start asking for advertising? I'm like, we're still not for sale, but we're gonna kick this check.
We gotta do commerce.
Exactly.
Commerce.
Exactly,
Exchange
for
your
sure.
money is a tool to be used.
That part. Welcome everyone to the Not For Sale podcast. I am your host Bree, aka Duce Bree. Today, it's just today. We have CJ as well,
Yo, what up, y'all?
and some amazing guests today. Please introduce yourselves, guys. I'm super excited to have you here.
What's going on? It's your boy King Haas, from the TenToezDownPodcast. Appreciate you guys for having us.
Of course. Thank you so much for coming.
It's your girl Goddess Kia from Toes Down Podcast. Thanks for having us.
So glad to
You
have
got
you.
somebody in the cut. You might as well introduce yourself,
Okay.
Mr. Controversy Man.
All right. Yeah. Mr. All I Want Is the Smoke.
He renamed himself today, guys.
That's fire. I like that. Shaka L. Bay, researcher extraordinaire. Glad to be here.
I'm so glad to have you guys.
Like y'all, we ain't have that on for a minute. She like y'all. This is good energy.
I do. I had such a great time. when I
Last
got
three
to meet
guests,
her.
they ain't getting
Wow.
no claps.
Oh,
They
man.
sure didn't.
I hope
They
you're not
absolutely
feeling
did
bad.
not
We
get
gotta
any.
get
But I
this
love them.
They ain't getting no claps. This is gonna be a
Shady.
good episode.
How's your weekend, guys? How's everything?
Ah, man, it's good. I can't complain. The weather's not too bad.
It's beautiful.
Pocket full of money. I can't complain. I'm straight.
Facts.
Oh man, let me tell you, I just give thanks to the Most High. Sometimes people go through things with their health. I'm dealing with some stuff with my mother, but we're still here. We're standing strong.
Damn.
We're standing strong.
You're not the only one, sis. I
Yeah.
promise you. Mamas and grandmamas. It's a lot.
That's not.
It is definitely a lot. How are you, CJ? How was your weekend?
I made
what you
it.
did?
I made it. That's all y'all
You
need
made
to know.
it.
I
That's
made it.
that's it.
That's it. Yo, that's how I'm feeling right
Oh
now.
my God.
Yo, I made it. Let's start the next week already. I made it. That's it.
That sound like
Damn.
Yeah, like you know,
What happened?
bro. What didn't happen? Fuck.
that's the $1 million question.
Like what didn't
Like,
happen?
oh my
I'm
God.
good. I survived.
You
I
survived.
survived.
Nothing you want to bring to the pod today?
Sin was in the spelling bee. He represented the first grade, the
Oh,
whole
that's
first grade
cute.
class.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, let's give claps up for that.
I think the only word that threw him off was thank you. That threw him off was partner. I think. Yeah.
Aw,
It was
that's
like
fine.
partner was the only word he didn't get. So you know, but shout out to him. You know, he's doing his thing in school.
He's doing his
Young
thing.
God.
You know, he stopped getting in trouble. I took
I
away
was
Target.
just gonna.
Yup.
I was just about to ask. Wasn't you like?
Yo, he had a problem with the sitting still in class, but it's like he's a boy. We never sit still.
No.
And to be honest with you, I told the teachers already, if he's finishing the work fast, you got to give him more work. Keep him busy. Keep my boy busy. I know him. He's gonna fly. We do this at home, so he's gonna fly through this in school. So now we gotta like challenge him a little bit more. Now I'm challenging him in the crib. You know, we're gonna get up to the multiplication tables. We're gonna see what he could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a young man that has a high IQ and just needs to be challenged.
Oh yeah,
With
he
some
gets bored
testosterone.
easily. He gets
That's
bored
right.
easily.
Jeez.
Oh wait, y'all don't mind the paraphernalia, right?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. You just gotta make sure, you know, gotta respect.
What did I do this weekend?
What didn't you do?
I didn't really do anything. I
Nigga,
went out
you was
yesterday.
outside.
No,
After
it
always saying that
wasn't.
you never being outside, you was
I'm-
outside.
I promise you, it's not my fault. Like a lot of it is work, but then a lot of it is like I went to a Friendsgiving this weekend. It was really nice. I had to because it was from someone that I met through work that ended up being really, really cool. We ended up having really good relationships. So he invited me to his Friendsgiving, although that shit was all the way in like upper Harlem, bro. That shit was deep as
That
fuck.
shit ain't that far.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about? That shit is deep as fuck. Do you know where we at?
Y'all know where we at.
Okay,
No problem where? Which street?
like 158th?
Polo Grounds?
Well, that's not even Harlem no more. That's Washington Heights.
Okay.
Yeah, that was deep.
Yeah,
Deep as
you
fuck.
definitely deep.
The A
Compared to
train
the...
take you there in a heartbeat though. Just fall asleep.
You was in Spanish Harlem, okay.
Yes, I was. Although none of the people I was with was Spanish, unfortunately. But, you know. But it was good. We ate a bunch of food. They had some really good mac and cheese. I will say that. I got home and knocked the fuck out on my couch, but not before
Cause your blood sugar was high. That's why.
Is that why that happens?
You had what they call the itis.
That's what I thought it's called, but you're talking about blood sugar and technicalities.
You ate all that damn food. Your blood sugar was high. As soon as you finished eating, what you did? You went and sat your ass down, right?
Sure did.
Exactly.
Sure did.
You ain't do a damn thing after that.
Saying the scientific part of it.
Exactly, right?
Blood sugar through the roof. Told you to take a nap.
Yesterday it had a daddy-daughter day with dad. We went to get sushi.
That's
we went to
dope.
pick up some stuff. So after that,
That's
I
what's
came
up.
home
That's what's up.
and relaxed.
My dad's still at the store. That's what's up though.
What kind of blood you smoking, man?
You want to hit?
No.
Yo, to be honest with you, I just roll up whatever Bree got here. You know, that's it. I
Yeah.
don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
You
I-
trust her then. You trust it.
Oh yeah. If she's
I
smoking some
wouldn't-
other shit, then
I
fuck
wouldn't
it.
do
I'm doing
myself.
it.
Like-
Hear that.
But let's definitely get to these topics. Other than that, I didn't do much this weekend. Other than watching all the wonderful news come out that Kendrick Lamar dropped an album.
Yeah, man.
Are we
Got the internet-
excited?
got the
Are we
internet on fire right now.
facts? Everybody is losing their mind.
You know, seen his crosshairs too.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Lil Wayne.
I wouldn't say that. He just was.
Listen, Wayne already responded to it. He was like, listen, you do not want to wake the beast.
I don't think he was throwing like a shot at Wayne
People try
in
to
that
do
verse.
that. Right.
You don't think so?
I don't think he was throwing a shot.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he.
Drake, the Drake stand is about
I'm not a Drake. Y'all got it. Yo, this girl is crazy.
the Drake stand.
She is crazy with this. This is blasphemy. You gotta stop. You gotta stop
man.
this.
It's the internet. The internet is saying
Yeah, the
this
internet
too.
is like going crazy. I'm not a Drake stan.
Okay.
I'm not.
But what are your thoughts?
I thought it was funny. I don't think
The
it's a
little
diss.
jab?
Yeah, I don't think it's a diss. I just thought it was funny.
Was it a
You mentioned a little
jab?
bit of everything. It was a little jab. You know? Just a little jab.
Just,
I think it was.
It was, yeah. Let me just speak on this real
intentional.
quick. Yeah.
It's what you call hip hop camaraderie, like
Mhm.
type thing. You know what I mean? Because it's just like saying like if I'm rhyming and I mention your name, I can have every intention.
Just put him on notice.
To
Yeah.
give, to say it in a respectful way.
But he don't want that
But
smoke.
just because others will project it a different way, it could easily be put on the side.
You know how
it
society
could easily
do.
be misinterpreted. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we're looking at here because
It makes for good content.
Nah, it do.
Did he
It do.
leave
You know what
open
I'm
room for
that's
conversation?
really all it's about. It's something to create a conversation.
He did throw a shot at Snoop though.
Was it a shot? You consider that a shot?
More of a tiny subliminal shot.
I feel like that was a jab. Like, yeah, I saw what you said after in terms of him posting the AI Tupac shit.
Yeah.
I saw what you did. I'm not going to say nothing, but I saw what you did, and I'm going to tell you that I saw what you did. And I'm going to just leave it at that.
Interpretation.
That's my interpretation
So
of
it's
him.
not
Because again, essentially, like, Snoop is the one who gave him Compton in a sense. He gave him that key to the city. So in a sense, he not gonna jab like he really could jab.
Yeah, Snoop was the first one that called me
Yeah.
If I remember
So
correctly.
he's not gonna do too much. He's just gonna be like, I see what you did there, but
I see you, big homie.
You know, I only find this funny that you're able to understand this man because you're another Gemini.
I am.
You know, that I really just find that hilarious. Like,
I just
she's
think
like,
it's very
I think he did it this way, and you're like, yo, that's a great take. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, that's a.
That's
And
a
I'm
great
thinking
take.
about it, I'm like,
You agreeing with it or?
nah, that's just something she would have did.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's my man's. I know her. Like that's something you would have did. You'd have let them know. Like I see what you did. But
I'm a Gemini,
settle with
so
her.
I get the thought process.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
gonna I'm not gonna
I'm
jab
seeing it
you.
from her point of view.
I'm
like,
not gonna
yeah,
jab you the way that I want to jab you, but I'm gonna just make sure and emphasize that I saw what the fuck you just did.
Yeah.
But
What's your
okay.
interpretation?
I think this is all good for hip hop. Let's just have some more fun with this.
Yeah.
You
know?
don't. You
And
know,
I
I
think-
thought
I think-
you was the same one saying that you was tired of this.
Oh no, I am. I get tired of a lot. My attention span is TikTok fraud my mind. All right, but
I told you to stay off TikTok.
it would be the ASMR rug cleaning. I can't. I don't know what's up with those videos, man.
The nails all over.
Yo,
the microphone.
I be look. I just be in the rabbit hole like at next video.
Yo, the candy rappers.
Yo, they be just they do a lot. They do a lot.
I've been pressured to be on TikTok for a year because of him.
Yo, I promise you, I was at Columbia for 4.5 years. For 2.5 of those years, I stayed off of TikTok. I did not care.
Right.
No. I'm not opening a whole nother social media account. That sounds crazy. Like, no,
You
at
go down
all.
the rabbit hole, can't go back.
And then
Yeah,
as soon as I
lost
got
in the
down the
Matrix.
rabbit hole, you want to know what? What opened that rabbit hole? Diddy.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh
man.
shit.
That's what opened that rabbit
Oh,
hole.
man.
Playing for a whole
Everything. Damn.
Sorry.
Yes.
I wouldn't have been on TikTok if it wasn't for Diddy.
It's like you needed to
bro.
get that information.
Yeah. So, but I do have a question for y'all. Well, I did have this question weeks ago, but we never really talked about it. Never got the chance to. But this was prior to the album dropping. With Kendrick and like the big dogs dropping on DSPs dropping on Meta as opposed to the DSPs. What are your thoughts into like what music is gonna look like in the next year?
Man.
I like it. I like it because what it does is it allows, it shows a sense of independence. Like you talk about independent artists. An independent artist is not independent when he's getting a fraction of a penny for a spin or for a stream.
Mm-hmm.
You're not independent. You're somebody's slave. You know what I mean?
Talk that talk.
You a slave,
So-
slave.
The route that they're going, I fully understand it because I'm kind of going that same route.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as being able to have total control from a commerce perspective over your own
Products.
over your own intellectual property.
Property, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what the meta thing allows, because it's sort of like it's similar to
It's another way of cutting the middleman out.
Tory Lanez and Nas and them did. Even Snoop got an NFT, a music NFT out. You know what I mean?
So you trying to say
So
that the
it
government?
takes money, but what it does is it allows them to make the money that they are entitled
That's how you make it.
because you don't have to worry about streams, right? So if you buy an NFT that I buy, that I sell, and you sell an NFT, I still make money
Off your sale.
every sale, every subsequent sale of that NFT. You might make something, but I still make.
It's like a
I
monopoly.
still
Yep.
get PC, and I get good PC. I get more of a PC of
Then you
selling
get it.
an NFT than me getting 150 or 1,000
Units.
streams.
Right.
I make more off of you.
So let me ask you a question. So there's no way, based off of your research, that a major record label or a bank or the government can take control of that and find a way for you not to have more of your intellectual property.
No.
Okay.
No.
I guess I'm
So does that mean that R. Kelly still owns his own intellectual property?
Well, if he owns his masters, yeah. And then he can take those masters and redistribute them through an NFT.
Ooh. Wait, hold on now. We gotta get comfortable.
Well, we already know that he don't own them
He make
shits.
the money off
That's
the
dumb.
same
You know,
music
Yeah.
a second
Them
time
shits is
around.
dumb.
You know what I'm saying? And he gets to control it, as opposed to having somebody else put it out and make peace and him off of it. You know? So it's a new lane that's being developed that not many artists are aware of.
I think somebody that needs to get credit that doesn't get enough credit for because he's the one that planted the seed for a lot of this. R.I.P. Neighborhood Nip.
Yep, Nipsey. And let me tell you something.
Nipsey planted the seed for what a lot of artists are trying to do now, as far as like gaining their independence and or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
absolutely
we
right.
gotta give Nip a whole lot
Rest
more
in
credit.
peace once
He
again to
had-
our
he had,
good brother.
He had great
Foresight.
with this.
Which isn't that hard when you're working in the business, but for so like I feel like if you've worked in the business for a long amount of time, you're able to foresight a lot.
Yeah, because you
History
been through a
repeats
lot.
itself, and
Your experiences will let you see what will work, what won't work, you know, what's going to be good for you. Because
Sometimes other people's
nobody wanna get
experience.
jerked twice.
Sometimes other people's experience also
That
play a
part.
role in that. You will see what you don't want. You may see something that happened to someone else that you don't want happen to you. I think that Nipsey was just had a really good foresight. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of experience, but also he was just a creative and pushing the envelope, and he was just so passionate about really wanting his people to be free. To the point that just ideas just sparked, and he didn't really care about it.
I've got this question though for you, for all y'all. Where do you think in the next 10 years, right?
yeah,
Will major record labels still exist?
yeah, they'll still exist.
They'll have an AKA.
They'll remember the label is older than all of us. They gonna find a
You
way.
gonna figure out what?
They gonna find a way. They gonna figure it out.
Like, you know, are you saying that
They
this
gonna
is
figure it
that
out.
Finally, we can have
Whether
our
that
own?
be cutting costs and getting rid of people, whether that be
Like they're
cutting.
doing now already.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere.
Bingo, they ain't
Or-
going nowhere.
Or changing their names, right?
Changing their names,
changing their
dissolving,
Mm-hmm.
recalibrating
They
a
did that
new
with
label.
Housing. Remember
They
when
did that with Arista.
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
when
Arista was gone.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ordered randomly. I was like, why is that coming back? Hold up.
Right.
What y'all got cooking up
Under
over there?
New name, a new title. Remember the big bubble, the housing bubble?
New people, new blood.
They came with a whole nother name, but the same system to rip people off.
Right, they just wanted to start over.
Yep.
They couldn't get the do-over as they were.
Right.
So they said, listen, we want to shut this down. We're gonna start it up again. We gonna motherfuck them all over.
I still think that, this is the start of a new wave of independence, though. For other
sure.
artists that figures this out.
For
Well, I
sure.
hope that we keep.
Because now the information's out there now.
Yeah.
But you still gotta apply it. That's
But
the problem.
I think also it gets a little sticky because some artists, I hate to say it, it's the same thing that we dealt with like Chance the Rapper and a lot of the other rappers. They say they're independent, but they're under Empire or they're under the Orchard or they're under other like distributions, and it's like you're not really independent. Like, sorry, like independent means you by yourself.
And they'll take-
That's what independent is.
And they'll take
Like,
those same people to convince the rest of the people to go under that or do this or
bingo,
And
because that's what they do with the major label. Like
an NFT.
when you have certain conversations with artists and you're onboarding new artists and you're having conversation, you're trying to get artists to come to the label. You don't think artists from the label that like know each other, they gonna call and have conversations like, yo,
This
like,
what's
yeah,
going
go with
on
the-
over here.
This is what's really going on.
I don't
over
know if
here,
this is a
like,
situation that you may like, but this is what I'm dealing with.
and they'll use the word NFT, but then it's not really yours, it's really theirs.
No,
And
it's
then
really
you
theirs.
Think, you think you get, you know what I'm saying?
It's really
And
theirs.
I hear that the most with Empire, especially Empire.
Really.
You know, because it come to Empire, you know.
I feel like Empire might be the only one that's like technically still, but not really, because aren't they under Sony? No, that's Alamo.
So they are
Alamo's on the
subsidiary.
Alamo's under Sony. Yeah, I think Empire still might be the only one left that literally is truly them by themselves. Because Orchard is under Sony, Alamo's under Sony, like a lot of them are under distribution deals.
Didn't Orchard used to be Sony, right?
Some Orchard has always been Sony.
Okay, right.
It's always been Sony.
Wow.
But I will say this album definitely had a lot of samples and a lot of introspectives, which were really, really good. Like he included like Debbie Deb, Houdini, Nas, Tupac, Mock Higgins, John Barry, Luther Vandross. Like he did a lot of sampling, which means SWV, which means this was expensive. And so I don't really understand why everybody's rolling around like this is not the album that's supposed to be dropping, but I kind of see why they feel like that, because in the teaser leading up to the album drop, there was a song that was featured that was not on this album. So now everybody's under the pretenses that this is probably just a little throwaway or warm up before you get to the actual.
I think he had to do it, because if you listen to the album in its entirety, to me it's a dope album. I love it, but the way he's going with it, he did it for the coast. It's definitely a West Coast album.
Yeah,
He had to give him that.
of course.
He had to give him that. You know, so it's kind of like not everybody. You know, and you're gonna have the trolls on the internet, people that gonna go ahead and throw shots and not understand and oh no, this is that. Nah, if you're not into like West Coast
Culture,
hip-hop, culture or whatever, you might not. This might not be the album for you. But he didn't do it for everybody else. He did it for the coast.
West side to the top.
You know.
CJ, what's your thoughts?
You know, it's so crazy because I only gave it one listen. I gotta go listen to it again. But where I listened to it was probably like the best location. It was in the barbershop. Yeah, I was in the shop getting a cut, and they was just talking. It was a long day too. I didn't feel like talking to nobody, so they was just chatting, and I'm just listening. And Joe was like, "Yo, fuck it, I'm gonna play the album. Like everybody talking about it on social media. Like I'm gonna play it." And it's definitely a West Coast album. Like, and if you don't really like that type of music, they style, it ain't for you.
No.
It's not for you. A lot of them in the shop was just kind of like, hey, it's cool. And I was just like, yeah, y'all don't get it. Not that y'all don't get it. It's not for you. You don't
and
listen
that
to that.
was more noticeable
You could
as
tell,
you-
like, they wasn't really even listening no more after a while. It got into like that mood. It was just like, yeah, I kind of tuned it out because I'm not feeling this beat, or I'm not feeling how he sounds on it, or how his flow. So it was just, But I got a fire haircut. I just didn't take the do-rag off. I just ain't.
Listen.
Yeah. That's all that really matters. That haircut was crazy.
Honestly though, I think I don't know if I'm skipping. If I'm skipping hosts, let me know. And
Oh, no, do you think?
Do you think?
I think that I like Tyler the Creator's album better.
Really?
Me personally,
Okay, so tell me why.
just on a creative level, like to me, Tyler, like creatively right now, he's probably the best hip hop.
Yeah, there's nobody that you could really
right
creatively put next to Tyler.
There's nobody you can put next to him.
Yeah.
Nobody. Like,
So I get what you're
Kendrick is
saying.
capable of getting
Yeah,
to
but I
that
wouldn't
level.
even put nobody next to Tyler
But
with
right
that because
now,
his
no.
mind is different.
His mind is totally
Yeah.
different. He's in another stratosphere. That's a genius. Like some people,
up there with Kanye.
he's a definition. He's up there with Kanye as far as like on the genius level. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Right now, me personally, I would put him above Kanye
I respect it.
because he appeals to a younger audience than Kanye.
That's true. You get the eye of the youngins.
To me,
We may have.
And once again,
I
she is a
might-
Gemini, so she's gonna protect her people.
Nah, not
Just
at
gotta-
all.
I
Not
don't
at all.
know, you
Not
know.
at all.
Okay.
I think when it comes to audience, he's absolutely right. I have to think about this. Like, are the Yeezy fans and like the guys that get the Yeezys, are they the Tyler the Creator people too? And they absolutely are. The hype BC guys, like that's absolutely them. But I will say for this Tyler album, I love some of it. I didn't like some of it. Overall, I thought it was a really good album. But I will say that it definitely started off very like punk old Odd Future energy with the aggressive flows and the distorted bass line and stuff like that. But then it translated to more like Igor, Pharrell sounding beats, which was a good balance. Like, so I get it. Sonically, it was amazing, but lyrically, nada, not there. No, I didn't learn anything different than I didn't know already. Yes, absolutely. When he talked about, in terms of finding out about the true reasoning of why his father's absence, that was different. Hearing from his mom say, "Hey, no, like your dad, what you're saying it's not the actual truth." So that, yes, great, wonderful. The album definitely is introspective and dives into various topics like his family dynamics, the relationship with the mom, the lack of one with the dad, and the possibilities of parenthood. But Tyler is 33 years old, and if we compare him to a 33-year-old woman, he's 27.
facts.
Like he's not there. Like he's not there. Like a good chunk of the content has been the shit that Tyler has been talking about since Flower Boy. And like I love Tyler and I love Flower Boy, so I like this album, and I'm obviously gonna go back and listen to it again and like just diverge me more into it. But like just based off of the listens that I've had, I'm just like, you're not really giving me anything different than you haven't given me all these other previous albums. Like sonically, it's amazing, top notch. Nobody, like, I don't understand the arguments in which why people feel like sonically it wasn't that great. I don't understand those arguments. But same thing with Kendrick. Like I think sonically it was a great album, but I think it's only for particular ears. Like you can't, like not everybody can. I was talking to somebody, who was it? I feel like it might have been Kimi the last time she came here, but we were talking about how certain flows and stuff, you can't like essentially the conversation was she felt as though East Coast people can't really hear Southern music when it comes to like the Ludacris's and
Yeah, I think that
the,
was Kim. I think
yeah.
you're right. Mhm.
So with that being said, that's kind of the same thing of this Kendrick album into what you said. That like
I
this
think
is
it
a
goes
West
into
Coast.
just like knowing their culture too. Like you got to know their culture, and you'll be able to understand what they're
Understand
talking
them.
about. Yeah, like that's all it really takes.
Yeah, but
Like,
I think also. Now, I love you, Tyler. Don't troll me. Don't kill me. Tyler fans, don't kill me. But low key, he did the same shit, everything he fucking clowned Khaled for this album. In terms of the features, the songs, the features that the songs on sonically, it kind of feels like that. So Again, that might be off, but it gives me a little bit of that. Like Tyler's trying to be, well, he's sounding like he's trying to grow into the Khaled. Even having 50% of the album be features screams to me like you're trying to go into a new demo or you're trying to hit a new mark that you didn't hit before.
That's a fair assessment.
That's fair. That is very fair. It's like, but isn't that what you're supposed to do too, though? That's like, I know, let's not drown out the album with features, but like, you're supposed to be out there putting your music out and linking up with other artists and trying new things and doing all of this. It's tough. It really is tough because you do one thing.
So was he right for
like,
having that argument with Khaled?
That's why you got to be careful what you say.
Like, was he right for? Because to me, I feel like all the points that he talked about that came at Khaled for, he's now doing it.
Yeah, that's honestly that's why you gotta be careful what you say because you sit there, you say something, it sounds like hating, and then you use the formula, and then it's like you just had a problem with this, or you made it seem like you had a problem with this because of how you said something or how you your actions
How you
about
delivered
it.
the message.
Yeah, how you delivered your message
Or presented it, I'll say. But for him, I understand the storytelling and the maturing. But I like my Tyler like hard rap Tyler. Like
Okay.
I love that Tyler. Like as soon as he starts doing like the alternative Jaden, I'm out. I don't have time for this.
I feel you.
It's funny because like like as I'm listening to the project, the first thing that comes to my mind is stadium music. He's making music for people 20,
That
30,
goes
40,000.
bingo.
Yeah, it's stadium music. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely got the eyes of the children. Even Northwest keeps saying Tyler Creator is her best artist.
Again, Tyler is the GOAT. Even when people didn't, I think it was a shift of Igor for people, but I also think it was a Flower Boy that caught a lot of people with Tyler. To see his growth from Odd Future to now is amazing. Like I'm so proud of Tyler. Because a lot of people also counted him out, which I didn't like. Because I'm just like, yo, he's fired. Y'all just don't get it because he's
the weird black boy.
Yeah. But you gotta listen.
Let's just say it like that. He was the weird black boy. Yeah, the eccentric one.
He was eccentric. But I loved him. So I'm glad that now everybody's giving him his flowers and all that other good
About
stuff.
time.
Shout out, brother.
Definitely.
See, like he's the guy that he made it cool to be a nerd.
Yes. Yes.
That is the best
Yes. That was
description.
bad. Ooh.
Cool to be a nerd.
And hip hop, that the nerd isn't glorified.
Facts. Well, I'll say now it might.
Now, I'm
Now,
talking
yeah, now.
historically.
And I don't know about that because Wu-Tang and all of them niggas was reading fucking comic books. So like I don't
Yeah, the
I don't
comics and the
know.
old
I don't
karate
know.
movies.
I don't know. Yeah, like
You
I
guys see
don't know.
videos of like meth and all them
Yes,
talking about like the future.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, like highly intelligent, like talking about stuff that's happening now that they knew back then. I'm talking about from business. I'm talking about the labels and what's gonna happen. Highly intelligent.
But Meth was able to get away with that. But as hip hop as a whole wasn't really
You're
glorifying
right,
it.
because they wasn't
now-
talking about it like that, like it is now. It was like little
Pits and
Yeah.
pieces. Like in the
Yeah.
songs, like you would have certain characters that might be mentioned in a song or whatever.
Yeah.
So you should
Yup.
drop a lot of gems
But
on
it
there.
wasn't like the way I understand what you're
See?
saying.
Yeah.
Now it's common. And
Yep.
now it is like,
It's okay to embrace it.
right,
Yeah.
collectively.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
The
Yep.
numbers are more stronger on the side now.
But I did, to go back to what I did this past 2 weeks, I went to Soho House and saw the Tyson fight.
Oh boy.
And I would love to hear your thoughts
Shit.
because I was saying so early on that this is some bullshit and I do not think Tyson should do this because I don't want nothing to like for anybody to have or to taint his legacy. I don't want no parts of that shit. Like we had enough of our black athletes that had done amazing things and because of other shit, they shit got tainted. I want Mike to be alright. Like and based off his Jazzy interview, he was just like, fuck that legacy shit.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
heard what he said about
Just
that
give a shit
word.
out that little girl.
Yeah, that little girl.
I don't know why
I
she
think
was
she learned
scared,
something
child.
though. I think she learned something, but also was just like,
I didn't expect
Damn.
that.
Damn, like, he was
like this
"Mama."
is what I gotta deal with
Yeah.
down the road. Like,
Yes.
I'm doing interviews and a nigga might just,
Like,
He might
it all
lose it
goes
on
downhill
you.
from here.
yeah, he didn't care about her age. He just dropped
said
it.
he just died. That's it.
He just dropped a huge gem on her and let her know like, what you're doing now means nothing. It means nothing.
And she was at my mom like, hey, mom,
And
can you
she's
give me
just
all this?"
like,
You know what I'm saying?
But
You
that
just like,
just
what
shows
the
the
fuck?
level of professionalism she
She
has.
kept
no,
going.
yeah, she kept going. She did. I'm
She
proud of
kept
her for
going,
that.
and I'm proud of her.
I'd
for
have just
that.
dropped the mic and just been like,
I mean,
man, I'd have had a Joe Budden moment.
Her dad and her are really, really good. So I expect they from New York, so
Yeah.
they know how to
New
figure
York
it
is
out.
wicked.
Yeah, they
But
figure it
was
out.
just like, what?
I was like, damn, like you like you're not even gonna like at
Yeah,
least
no.
put a little flour
He-
dust on
he
it.
ripped that
Like
Band-Aid
it's a
smooth
kid.
I'm going to
Like
give it to you raw with no condom.
Oh
There
my
you
God.
go.
Like that uncle that just don't spare nothing.
Yo, he did not care. He just let her know what it was. And
but what's your reaction to
to the fight,
Yeah.
I mean, I already knew how that fight was gonna go. I was happy to see Mike fight again at his age.
why?
If I'm not mistaken, he was just in the hospital.
Yeah, but why do I want to see him fighting? Why can't I just see Mike living his best carefree life?
Because it's
on a
good to
yacht,
see that they
living
can.
his
They,
best
that can.
carefree
That,
life.
that it's
No,
good to
why-
see that you're still in shape. You didn't decide to go gain 40 extra pounds for no reason and just be there smoking and doing nothing with your life. Like we see Mike still cares about his. He knows at his age now, his health is everything. So it's good to see that he can actually still go in the ring at how old is he? Like 50 something.
70.
Who? Mike is not no 70.
No,
Girl,
no,
you
no.
yeah, you're hard.
59.
That weed went straight to her. Lord.
About 50.
Mike,
He's
yeah,
58.
58.
He's
She
58.
said
Straight
73.
up. Okay. You know what?
I'm kidding.
You know what I think about it?
It was a hustle.
Yeah, it was a good hustle. They made their money.
Oh, so y'all just bamboozled all of us for
No, they
all of our
bamboozled
money.
you. They
For
bamboozled
nothing.
It
you.
was a hustle.
Yeah.
And you know what? At first, I felt like that. Like,
I felt bamboozled.
I can't. I don't want this legacy to go. Like, I just can't get over it. I can't do this. And then once he was in the ring, I was like, he is definitely.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
But
That
it
nigga
was
not
just
hitting
he
that
didn't
nigga
go,
for real, for real.
He, what's the other guy name? That
Jake Paul.
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul didn't go, wasn't really fighting hard. You can tell at some point, like, this is just a setup.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, because Jake Paul has a level of arrogance to him, and just a certain rapport that he gives off to me when he
It's called white privilege.
But when he
Thank you.
gave him
Respectfully.
his flowers
Crying,
and
guys.
respected him at the level that he did at the end, one, I knew that shit was a setup at that point, and then two, I just felt like just the sense of relief, because I said, you know what? Who am I to tell Michael that he can't do something? He just set the standards high for the next person out there. So who am I to worry about anything else? And I still see him as great. Because at first I was like, God, I just hope. I swear to God, if he disrespect Mike, I'm coming up there myself. It's gonna be a
Deadass,
problem.
we gon'
We
jump
going
that nigga
20 deep,
behind.
It's gonna be an
We
issue.
jumping that nigga. If he fuck Mike up, we
It's
jumping
gonna
that
be an
nigga.
I mean, when I was watching the fight,
Said that
we see
shit.
they both was holding punches. It was
But Mike did
it was for
good.
entertainment, and it was just like, all right, this was
If you
cool.
watch like the first round, right,
The first round is the
to the
one.
second round,
Gave
right,
it off.
and that's one thing about the ending that I do love, because nowadays they will catch certain things.
Yeah, they going blow it up.
And Mike is going for that legendary patented uppercut. And Jake grabs him, and they by the ropes, and Jake just whispers something in his ear.
Like, yo, Mike,
I don't know what he
chill.
whispered
Yo,
in his
Mike,
ear.
chill. Yo,
But
I'm
Mike
telling
patted
you.
him-
Yo,
yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
chill.
So Mike patted him on the head. Okay, cool.
You
But
going
sometimes you
too
told
far.
my hey,
No,
man,
we
calm
supposed
down,
to-
relax, man. And ever since from that time on, Mike was pulling his punches. He was really going in all the way.
Right.
And even when they going back to the corner and y'all watching the fight, he's not even paying attention to his trainer. He's just looking like, okay, how much time left?
Yeah, actually.
That's all.
But you know
Fucking
something too?
crying.
You knew Mike has mentioned that he set up fights just to help the other person get money
Yeah.
to provide for their family.
Oh, that's nice.
But in this case,
And at the end, this
What?
was a money thing. Because even at the end, Jake Paul said that, now, I made this amount of money.
He made 40.
This is
He
definitely-
made 40, Mike made 20.
20. Yeah.
Right. This
Which
is
I don't
definitely
really
a
like
money-
that. Why is Mike making 20? I don't like that. Why?
I don't.
Why?
It's a purse payout.
Yeah.
Right.
He's,
right.
Ain't no other heavyweight going to draw nothing like that
Right.
right now. Not no Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua in Great Britain maybe.
Yeah, overseas.
Outside him, not no Tyson. Tyson's very overseas, but not
Overseas,
over here.
yeah. Not
Over here, nobody. Which shows you how horrible the heavyweight division is. But it shows you how big of a star Mike still is. That damn near 60.
This is the attraction. Yep.
Watch a 60-year-old man fight
He only got 20
over somebody 30 years younger than him.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact.
So
I don't not. I used to knock Jay Paul.
Okay, go. Yeah.
I used to knock Jay Paul, but now it's like, you know what? I can't knock him. He's hustling.
Right.
He's a hustler, but at the same time, I kind of don't. I don't like him.
I hate it.
I don't like him because I feel like he took the sport and made it like a joke.
Hey,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's like let's
Which
not.
is why
let's not do this.
Javante Davis want to come at him.
He does not want
He's
to
not
fight
fighting
Tank.
Javante.
You don't. That's just. Let's not
He's
be
not fighting
stupid.
Canelo. He ain't fighting
Let's not be
Canelo.
dumb. Let's not put
Javante
your
called
health
him
at
out,
real
though.
risk. Let's not do that. Let's not do
But
that.
Javante called him out, and I kind of just want to. This is for entertainment. Like, this is the entertainment that I want to see. I don't want to see you fighting Mike Tyson for entertainment.
Javante's
Fight
from Baltimore, if I'm not
Javante.
mistaken, right? You can't trust him.
Fight Javante.
You cannot trust a Baltimore nigga. I'm not even trying to be funny about it.
What we doing?
I watched The Wire too many times. We cannot trust.
Niggas grimy as hell.
Yeah, he gonna sign off like, this is an exhibition, and he gonna go in there and beat that boy ass. Something hard. Yeah, we can't trust him. We can't trust him. He'll go in there all smiles and really hurt that boy.
He will.
Nah, he'll really hurt him.
Nah, he really bad.
That would bring a big of a draw. That would be
Yeah.
That would be a
Yes.
break up, but that's
Jay
just.
gonna do that.
I don't want to see nobody throw a fight either for money either though. That's the thing
He's
too. So
smart
like
as
knowing that, seeing this fight is like, I know Tyson's gonna lose his fight. He's setting himself up for the bag.
But we still watched anyway.
Yeah, we still watching. It was just one of those like, all right, this is entertainment. That's how I looked at it
It
today.
is entertainment, but then it's still a sport. And we don't want to take the sport out of it and just.
But that's exactly how
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of these new boxers feel like. You're taking the actual sport out of it. Now
Yeah, I
it's
feel like
just-
they took the sport out of it because we don't get to really see you fight. Like, I
That's
want to
why
see you
I
fight.
really wanted to see Mike fight.
Like, if y'all remember Shaq and Sugar Shane Mosley fighting, they were really fighting and hitting each other.
Yep.
And that was hilarious because the height difference is crazy because you see in Shaq is damn 7'2", 300 pounds. And Mosley is hitting
I
him.
was hoping Shane would knock his ass.
He's hitting him hard. It's like, and Shaq hitting him too, but it's just like, I'm not saying go in the ring and go look like two idiots and just knock each other head
Who
over,
you
but
think you went between Shaq and Dwight Howard?
I'm not gonna lie, Shaq is so ass for his response with that.
Yeah.
And I don't think he want that smoke.
Nah, Dwight.
I think Dwight gonna beat that boy ass
Dwight,
something
yeah.
crazy.
But,
Just because you was talking so much shit about his career for years.
Unfortunately, I guess have to leave. They have to run out of here. I know. It was
But-
so fun. But please, guys, let everyone know where they can find you at.
It's your boy King Haas. You can find me, King Haas _NYC. Instagram, TikTok, and also hit us at the 10 Toes Down podcast page as well, or whatever, 10 Toes with a Z. Also hit me up on paparazzi at _TV, POPPAROTG _TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you
Nice,
so
nice,
much,
nice.
guys.
All right, man.
Yes, come back anytime, guys.
So much.
Thank you.
All right. Free pass gas so bad that they just ran up out of here.
That is such a lie. Why are you lying to these people
It
like
was
this?
so stink.
That is a lie.
It was like,
Don't
oh
believe
my
him.
God.
Don't believe him.
I'm used to it, so that's
He
why I'm
is
still
such a liar. Oh my God. But okay.
here. Yeah, right.
So, what's next on our board?
Oh man, I've been diving into the TV world,
And so,
and I like the fact that when there's nothing else for me to watch besides Power, I can find good quality TV. And the Penguin, the Penguin has been something truly amazing.
yeah.
The Penguin is the epitome of a villain.
Shout outs to Colin.
And Colin, his performance is damn near up there with Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
When I tell y'all go watch that shit, please go watch it. Like I don't like people ruining shit for me unless I don't care about it. But I really want y'all to go watch how a villain should really be. And it's like because I think I'm happy because Oz is truly, when I say he's truly a villain, yeah, we know he's already working for the mob and that they're
He's
in this,
been working, yep.
they're in the underground world of Gotham and they're already criminals. We know that, but he's really a villain. Like the things he do to survive in his world, it doesn't show that he has a heart. He doesn't. He has no heart, no remorse, zero love for anybody, and I love it. I truly love it because I was a little tired that some of these villains have gotten watered down, and that we gave them a heart, and it's like for what?
But didn't you give him a heart throughout the whole
But let's.
7
But
episodes?
why? Why?
Because
why do
you
we
were,
need?
So were you ever rooting for him?
You know what's crazy? I was always rooting for Oz, and even when he did what he did, I'm still rooting for Oz because you know what? At the end of the day, he's true to himself. And it's like, yo, you know, it takes a lot to live that to live in them shoes, and he's doing it. So me personally, like watching that shit, I'm like, that's how you go get it. You want it, you go and take it. And he's surviving these situations, and I'm like, if he get out of this, I ain't gonna say nothing about it the next time. It's like when Tariq get out of trouble, we like, whoo. All right, nigga, stay out of trouble now for like a good 2 weeks and chill out.
He
nah,
never
Oz
does
right back
that.
in the
Right
streets.
back in the shit. Just
And they
like
getting
Tariq.
right back into what they had to do. And I love it. I truly love it.
Crazy how you just jump straight to TV when we have mad other shit.
Yo,
that's
I
on
had
that
to. You
list
know,
to
that was
talk
just
about.
my shit. That was just one of those, you know.
Crazy. But yes, I love the Penguin. I think Colin did an amazing job. I think Sophie did an amazing job. Like the mother. That mother. Oh my God, that mother. Jesus. I just really need to. I still can't even believe the fact that she just. That she wanted to off her kid in general. B, the fact that she kept the kid alive only because he sold her a dream. And ultimately, everything that she told him not to do, he ended up doing.
I don't think she kept him alive to because of that. Like he sold her a dream. I think it was one of those remember the old guy in the past? What was his name? Nicky? Mm-hmm. I think is when he planted that seed. Like, listen, people like him, you can't really control. But it's something with you that he is willing to submit for you. So in a way, like for your safety, you can control all of this if you just do X, Y, and Z. If you groom him the right way, then Oz will be what he needs to be. Because we see what he did to his brothers. So that shit alone lets you know there's no love in this man's body at all. All right? And it's like,
So
but
you
he's
don't think
showing
he loves
it.
his mother?
Yes, he does. He loves his mother. He's showing how he loves his mother. Like he has like this whole him and Kane from Power, they got this mom thing going on. You know? They had these mom issues, and maybe it could have been the other siblings. We don't know, because Power still, you know, Kane, it's not like Kane killed his siblings, but he would have for Monique. Monet, I mean. He would have. I think
For
Kane.
Monet.
Yeah, he would have for Monet.
Yeah,
he
he
would have
definitely
killed.
would have.
So
sure.
seeing Oz delete his brothers for his mom, that was his reason. It's like I did the fuck. In his mind, he's like, I'm doing this shit for us. Like I'm gonna be the one that's gonna make sure she's good. We don't need you to. Like I got this. That's how he's doing this in his mind. Like he's processing all of this. Like without them, I now get to be the man. And that right there just shows you that niggas like that are nothing to be played with. You are nothing to be played with. That man is the devil himself. And if you love good TV, you tune into HBO, Hulu, wherever you can watch it. Shit, get it illegally and stream that shit. It's a great show.
I'll say the fact that he offed his fucking brothers because he just was so infatuated with his mother is just crazy to me. the fact that the mother even was contemplating about killing Oz, I was just like, oh wait, what? Like that's what you think? That
Because at the end of the day, mothers know their kids. She knows she knows the type of child she has. She knows that man is a monster. She know that child was a monster.
and now we know.
And sometimes you gotta put them down. Sometimes you just got to put them down. You're going to sleep forever.
That's crazy.
Forever.
That's crazy.
Fuck it.
That's wild, bro. Like forever? That's crazy.
I'd rather you than me, right?
But it wasn't never gonna be her.
Yo, we don't know that. That's how uncontrollable he is. No matter how much love he can show, we don't know.
I don't think he would have ever killed his own mother.
Listen how you gotta see his face in that last episode when he was willing to let them cut off his mother's finger. You think that man really loves his mom? He was ready to just fuck it. You watched the episode. He was in the chair like, oh no, bro. They're cutting into the flesh already. These niggas, and you don't love your mother. You don't. This is a control thing. This is her letting him think that he controlled everything and he ran this whole thing without her knowing. And when she told him, you little piece of shit, I knew from day one, his face was like this is going to rock his world. Because it may and may not. Because you see at the end, he has his girlfriend dressed up as Ma and they dancing. And she's like, didn't I tell you, baby? And it's like, you see he got this mom, whatever. Complex. So
it's a mother complex.
It could rock his world because the last thing he gets from his mom is, nigga, you wasn't in charge. I was. I was so much of in charge of this shit, I almost ended your life. And when he hears all this information, it's like, imagine you think you run this shit. You got your mom. The only reason you did all of this shit is because she ain't clip you. This shit is crazy. Your world is rock now. Like, are you really in control of this shit? No, your mom groomed you the right way to make you the type of man you were to survive in the world that you live in. Shout out to those single moms out there, man. Even the ones that know their sons are scumbags, you know?
No, we don't like those.
No, we don't like them, but shout out to those who, you still did your part. You tried.
Yeah, what? That's your version of trying.
Speaking, okay. We stayed on TV?
No, nigga, we got other shit.
You wanted to go in order? All right.
We got other stuff. Do you not care about nothing else here?
No, I care about everything. I didn't think we was gonna do it in like any type of order.
No, but it don't matter. Just go ahead, do your thing. Cause
I know we could jump from this to the next topic.
We can go back.
This Shine documentary.
Okay.
We have to.
What's your thoughts?
Give me your thoughts. Loved every minute of it.
I know you would love it.
And I was a child when that happened. So, and I vividly remember listening to Shine too. And it was one of those like, yo, son is nice. We had the attraction because he sounded like Biggie, but then I think it was also just a Brooklyn West Indian thing too. Like, he sounded like the demographics of where he lived. So I get it. But seeing everything from his past, his childhood, and all of that, it put a different light on him for me. Because, like I said, once again, I was a child when all of that was going on. I wasn't about to go hop on the internet. There
was no internet.
No, we had internet, but I was not asking my mother to get off the phone to do. You feel me?
Got
Y'all little niggas don't know nothing about that. All right. So anyway, but seeing how he grew up.
Ding. I remember that. That shit is engulfed in my
Look how that
head,
shit just
bro.
fucked your head up, right?
Like the stupid dollop sound.
Yep. That shit was so annoying.
Irritating.
Oh man. But
like, Jesus, can you just shut up? Like, at one point I just started turning down the fucking volume. Like, I can't do
I think we all did that.
Like, I can't. Like,
but seeing how he grew up and how music sometimes could put this image on you that you're this street nigga or you're a thug and shit like that. And he did play the streets.
He did.
He played the streets as the
So that's-
documentary showed, but he also knew now it's time to not play these streets, right? And he taking the music seriously and everything. And they got this bidding war for him. Seeing all of that, I love it because you don't really get to see the background of how an artist and how they get signed to these labels and what's really going on. What was the talk under the table talk between these record labels? So seeing that alone, I love like behind the scenes types of shit. Like that's what I love. So, and then the growth from jail and all of that and everything, and just seeing like the route that he's on now, it's just like that's truly an amazing ass story. Like there's a lot of people that get out of jail and think they can't do nothing. And I get why too, because they may not have the support system that they think they need, or they think they need a certain group of people around them. And sometimes you may need that support, but I think at the end of the day, it falls back on you. Like, how bad do you really want this shit? Like, you know what you got to do to get back into tip top shape mentally. And just seeing his journey, even like his religious journey too, it was just, everything was eye opening. And I was just happy to see that he was able to like get out of jail and not be institutionalized.
Yeah.
I was happy to see that he was able to become a butterfly, let's say it. Like, you know, he was able to become a new person and do some great things, man.
Now-
Without the help of these people that could have helped him back then.
Oh, that's true. That's
So,
very
you know,
true.
I'm happy to see that he's in a good place.
Well, I went to the premiere.
Another story of I don't be outside, but Bree be outside.
I went to the premiere to see it. It was really nice.
Oh,
I got
man.
to see Sean. It was really nice. It was really, really good. He was doing an interview with my friend, but he kept looking at me, and then I looked at him, and then he was looking at my interviewer, and then I was looking at my friend, and then he was looking at me, and I was just like eye tagging all of them, just engulfed in the moment. It was just really, really nice.
That's dope.
I wasn't too familiar with the timeline for Shine
Mm-hmm.
in terms of when he got arrested, when he got shot, coming to Brooklyn, like all of that timeline was very fuzzy for me. I knew
'Cause you was-
for the gist
You
of
was
it.
like young.
Yeah, I was like young.
I think my sister was in middle school. I was in elementary, but like my family's always been big on music.
Yeah.
So like anything happened in the music world, like my cousin will call my mom, and my mom is talking about certain things, and then like West Indian families, you're even more happy to see a West Indian artist, so you're gonna drift more towards that too, just because it's like, yes, one of us now, like we love it. So he had a crowd just because of his background, his nationality, and everything like that. So
Him
it was
being
dope.
Belize.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah. So yeah, I like to see that it started with him being born in Belize, the type of man, the kid he was, getting to Brooklyn, how he got shot, how he started rapping, how he got with Diddy. All of that was very, very good. But I did notice, and personally, I enjoyed it because it gave much more of a clear picture into who Shine is and how he kind of got his journey back to being in politics, but still being able to come into music fields and still be able to, you know, stand
Okay.
with the rest of us, just based off of what he's done. But I do notice that some people don't like the timing in which the doc is being released.
Oh man, I had a feeling that'd have been a problem.
Yeah, that is the main problem. Well, I'm not really shocked of that either because Flex came out and was like, fuck Shine and all this other shit. And I got the tape for it, but I think unfortunately now, because of the timing of it, in general, everybody's being called to the carpet of who Diddy was associated with. And so now people are either taking the adjustment to not backtrack, but be like, disassociate themselves with him. I think for this specific case for Shine, his lawyers didn't do their due diligence for real, for real. I feel like in the doc they talked about his lawyers came out and talked about like if he didn't have the gun, that would have been better for the case. But like I feel like they're in a court of like non-social media. I feel like it could have been a better case of him. Just I I personally feel like they didn't do their due diligence with actually, you know.
You
I don't feel
know,
like they
I'll
did.
be honest with you.
Based off the doc, I don't feel like they did.
We know that he was the fall guy, and I've never been in the courtroom. I'm happy to say I've never had to go through some shit like this because thank the Lord. I could only imagine me being in there. The average Joe, 9 to 5 guy. He knows
Not the
enough about the law
average
that he
Joe.
doesn't have to really, But I could only imagine if I'm there and these lawyers are just chatting about shit that you don't really understand. And they just like, they got you in this weird position where you got to trust them, but you don't really know if you should. And I can only understand. I'm trying to really put myself in his shoes of like how he's feeling and how he's thinking. Because when you grow up in certain areas, you just know how to survive. You know how to adapt. I'm pretty sure he's like seeing certain things that's going on with these lawyers, and he's like, this is not making sense right now. But I don't have the money, and this is what they're doing for me, right? These are the lawyers that are paid for, and it's like, well, if somebody else is paying them,
What the lawyers paid?
if I'm not mistaken, they were paid for by Bad Boys, right? By Diddy and them, no?
I don't
Because that's
remember that in the
who
doc. I
paid
might
for these
have
lawyers.
I might have to look
Yeah,
that
let's
part
let's
up.
run that back
Run
if we
that back
can.
real
Let's see
quick.
who paid for these lawyers because
Because I don't.
if somebody else is paying his lawyers, somebody else is telling them lawyers what to do, right? Because I'm not listening to you if you're not the one giving me my money, right?
This is true.
So
This is very true. But I was glad to see that his close friend had a serious conversation with him after he came home and like he was a Jewish and all that other stuff when he first came back.
repeat that. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that his close friend had a conversation with him, like a real conversation with him when he came back initially to like the States and was hanging out with Diddy and he was dressed like a Hasidic Jew. I was glad to know that his friend had a real conversation with him. Like, maybe you're not that guy anymore. Like, as a man, you're just in a different place, which I appreciate that because I would hope that friends would, tell friends when it's time to,
Hang it
pack
up.
it up.
Yeah, I think he was in. I think that happens too. You spend 9 years away, and everything changes. Music change, your sound change, everything. Even you change. So, damn, he comes out of jail. It's a lot of different rappers around, and it's just like you can feel. You're allowed to have those feelings of jealousy and rage because of your situation. So I say he gets a pass for feeling how he did with the Rick Ross shit and the game shit because he had their moments. He was there. He was right there, and that one thing changed his life. So
Yep.
and how all of that happened to is just I understand it, and it makes it better that you're able to see him also admit like, yo, that was me. I was still lost. I was still lost. I was still thinking that I could bring Shine back. And once again, this is where you got to go on that journey and you got to grow. And he did his thing and he found who he is. And, you got to clap it up for people that do shit like that because that's really amazing, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's truly a dope ass story. Like.
For sure. Speaking of nostalgic journeys. J. Cole dropped his audio series. The
Yeah.
first episode of his audio series, yeah. And the first episode is his like back history, him moving to New York, going to St. John's, how he started rapping, playing ball, doing a college party life, then deciding to be a rapper instead. So it was a good first episode. It was relatable for people who came from like a small city and moved to a big city and trying to just figure it out. So I think Hayes doing the same shit that Drake's doing with 100 gigs. It's nostalgic marketing. Remind your fans, especially the day ones, why they fell in love with you in the first place by taking them back through the journey. So
Yeah, that's how you got to do it too. Because your old fans, your day one fans, the ones that love you from the very beginning, where they saw like, yo, I know where you're gonna go with this when you really pop. Those are the ones you always got to go back and show love to. You know, you got to do it for them, and that's truly the way to go about it. You know, pay a little homage to them. That's dope. I like that.
yeah.
You know, we love y'all so much that it's dope that y'all able to show us that, like, through your music, yo, I know they really want this, and this is what I'm gonna give them now. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of Cole, well, we got two ways. We could do Diddy. Speaking of Shine and Cole, we could do Diddy, or we could do Future and GQ.
What's the future in GQ?
So he did an interview with GQ, and basically they asked him questions about like the beef of Not Like Us, which he gave like a sarcastic response to it, which whatever. But the big hoopla everybody was talking about, well, it was whatever to me because I'm not with the mind games. I hate when artists think that we're that gullible. Like, bro, like I know what you're doing. You're being sarcastic and mysterious and shit. Like, please stop the shit. But his big three comment to me was, you know, egregious in a sense. But, you know, he said, big three on my song, I'm supposed to be the one who gets mad. I'm still confused about that. That's what's so fucked up about this shit. To the point where I'm so player that I ain't even said anything to the public about how I feel about it. Like, why is everybody mad when, like, why is everybody mad when he was talking about me on my song? So y'all just forgot about me. I ain't in that big three. I'm nobody on my song, man. I didn't get mad. Nobody should have gotten mad. If I would have been really mad about it, I would have made a thing out of it.
Who the fuck is he talking about? I don't know.
He speaks on Kendrick Lamar not mentioning him in the big three on like that.
I mean, okay, yeah, word. I don't know, bro. I didn't like. I was
No.
listening. I didn't really get the whole statement. It's just like,
Okay. Hold.
are you? Is he like? What are you really complaining about? Bro?
He said, do you want me to read his statement again?
Nah, you don't have to.
No.
It's just like,
He's like, what the fuck?
are you really upset about the song because you're upset at his verse?
That's impossible for you to be upset at the verse. I think he's upset about Kendrick not mentioning him in the big three. In his take, he said, big three on my song. I'm supposed to be the one who gets mad. Like, I'm still confused about that.
Okay, I get what he's saying.
That's
what you're
some.
saying. But like,
That's
I
what's
mean,
so fucked up about it. To the point that I'm so player, I ain't even say nothing to the public about how I feel about it. So why is everybody mad? He talking about me on my
you
song.
kind of just said something to the public about it. You're not really keeping it P no more, if we being honest. But yeah, word, we hear you now.
But he's saying y'all forgot about me. I ain't a
really
part
don't
of this
think-
big
I don't
three.
really think nobody forgot about Future.
I'm nobody on my song.
Yeah, wow. Bro need a hug. I don't know what's going on. That's a little.
I'm fucking crying,
Bro need a hug.
bro.
This is a little.
I'm not gonna hold you, my nigga. Future is full of fucking shit. Like,
Yeah, that threw me off. I
he
don't
is
know what's
full of
going on with
shit.
that one.
He is full of shit. I agree. What the fuck is he talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
Next.
Future Future knows who the big three is when everybody says the big three. Like, stop playing with my fucking head.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
So why you even got?
but he's saying
alright,
maybe
whatever,
he
bro.
feel like on his side, my numbers and my catalog and my history puts me in that big three conversation.
That was some good ass water.
Nigga.
Like I took a sip and I was like, "That's you?
No, that's you.
That's my phone going on?"
Yes. That can't be me because I'm looking at my.
No, my shit
it.
on vibrate.
I'm looking at my iPad right now and nothing was on there.
Somebody left their phone here.
I don't know, but
What? Some high quality H2O. Yeah, fuck. We don't gotta talk about Future. He's laced right now. I
want to talk about this
because
I want to
it's a
fucking
little
talk about
pointless.
this.
You know that too.
Why?
Because
No,
he
it's
knows
not
what
pointless.
when they mention the big three, he knows exactly who and what the fuck they're talking about. You know this shit too. You want to waste time on this fucking nonsense with this man? I think not. Excuse me, because we and you and the public, everybody knows when they say the big three, they talking about LeBron in Miami. And they talking about the fucking hip hop niggas, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. We know that. Future, you're in this conversation of like top 10 or whatever conversation that you're
I
in.
agree. I feel
But
like,
when they say the big three and it's going towards music,
but he's saying he's saying going toward
God,
music.
my nigga.
I got the I got the numbers. I got the catalog. I got the history. I had 3 number ones this year, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
oh man,
But my opinion, Future, I don't.
it's not your year, buddy.
Well, it's not even about it not being his year.
Who gives
You've
a-
never been considered or put yourself in a big three. No mention of a big three. You was always just over there doing your own thing like you always do. Yes, you have the numbers. Yes, you have the catalog. Yes, you have the cultural impact, blah, blah, blah. But you've also been one of the most unbothered rappers in the world, which is why I also don't give a fuck about this fucking statement because you don't talk. Why are we here? I'm confused. Future don't care about nothing, bro. Like,
You know, honestly,
Future cares about nothing. This is what
agree.
you open your mouth about.
I agree. It's just like you wasted your time. You know, me personally, right now with
And
music,
on top of that,
mhm.
speaking of what you were saying of Future and him hearing the song, that nigga outside of the engineers was the first to hear that Kendrick verse, bro.
To be honest with
He
you,
was the first. He approved of that shit. He heard it. He approved of it. He knew that shit was gonna go up. And what it do? It go up. So fuck it. Take your win. I'm out of here.
this is for everybody. Honestly, just let Kendrick have the rest of the year to himself. Let's not even. You see where it's going. We see where it's going. We don't have to really speak on it. We're not dumb. The audience, social media, we all see where this is going for Kendrick. Let him finish off the year, and everybody 2025 will all attack at once. And then when I say we attack, I don't mean him. I mean like everybody get back into their groove of how this. But right now, he has the spotlight. Okay.
And I'm glad for it because
And
he
he's doing a
deserves it.
lot of Gemini shit. And you know,
You a hating ass nigga, bro.
I
It's
understand.
so crazy
I understand
that, like,
him
you're
to a
really
T
hating like
because
this.
I have a lot of Gemini friends. Little do you know, Aries and Geminis,
We
that's
click.
that's my little evil twin.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of his moves, like the randomness, how random he is with dropping this music. His music.
That was beautiful.
It's just so fucking hilarious. You're just going about your day, and it's like, oh, this nigga dropped, and the world is like, what the fuck? We didn't know, like,
Yes.
and you're just sitting there like,
Yes.
bitch ass nigga. You know, you have your moment like, damn, this
And
nigga
I
going
love
again.
it. I
Like,
love it so much.
alright. So it's like, yo, just let this nigga finish off the year. Let him have the year. Let him do what he got to do. In 2025, everybody get back into the groove of their job, you know? We can't just let him control.
And he said that don't mean coming
Yeah.
for Kendrick. That means going back into the groove of your things. But I have a question for you.
What's up?
Could this be seen as damage control for Future?
How so?
Maybe he's trying to get back in Drake's good graces.
Too soon for damage control. Too soon.
He did say from day one he ain't got no problem with Drake.
Too soon for damage control. Wolverine is over there regenerating right now. Okay? It's too
This
soon.
time he'll all wounds.
Heal every single one of them shits before you come back outside. My son is in the hyperbolical chamber right now. He is, if you know, you know, he in there just healing. All right?
If you never hear a Future and Drake song ever again, would you be okay with that?
You know who I'm actually devastated about? And it's not really not hearing a Future in
You
Drake.
devastated about who?
I'm upset that I might never hear a Rick Ross and Drake again.
Why?
They don't miss.
I got the slaps though. We already got the slaps.
They just don't miss.
It's similar to how I feel about Future and Drake.
I
If ever
know,
need
but
to
it's
hear that
just
shit-
for me personally.
Nah, bro.
Me
I'm
personally,
good.
Future and Drake is cool, but for me, I'm getting in the car and I'm throwing on Ross and Drake. They just don't miss. So for me, I'm gonna be a little upset about that. Maybe down the road somewhere, Future and Drake might do a little.
You
or
think
maybe,
down
but
the
right
road.
now it's too soon. He's hurt. He's betrayed. He can't. do
Listen,
this.
Drake's perspective is I ran hip hop for over a decade. Even though people said the music suffered, my run was my motherfucking run. The newer artists coming in, like Sexy Red and them, I'm still that nigga. So what does it matter? If they want to piece it up, piece it up. If they don't, they don't. It's over. Let's move the fuck on because
I don't see nobody piecing nothing up.
pit.
Man, fuck it. Let's be ignorant. Somebody gotta die. Fuck it. Let's get ignorant a little bit. Niggas gotta die, man.
All
Y'all
right.
keep letting these
You
West
wanna
Coast niggas be bullies. Somebody gotta bully this little nigga back, man. Somebody gotta die, man. Somebody gotta die, man.
You can't bully a
Yeah,
Gemini.
nah, we gotta jump this nigga back then. Like, what's up?
Can't bully a
Somebody
Gemini.
gotta do something, man.
No,
Fuck this. We gotta
no.
get ignorant.
But
with
what
it.
I will say is, if I'm Drake, it's up for everybody.
Oh, I'm attacking. Hey, yo, y'all not getting a show in Canada.
Y'all can't come.
Y'all not touching these. Y'all
near
stay in America. Y'all not getting a
me.
show out here.
You better not call nobody.
I'm gonna fuck around and
no.
buy every venue. Where you gonna wear? You gonna be so tight when I own every
Oh, how
studio.
you feel about the DeMar DeRozan shit?
Boy, that
Yeah, how you feel about that?
you know, he's from LA, so it's like, yeah, he got his ties over there, but his career, like,
Nigga said he can't afford to do that.
you grew up over there in Toronto, you know, like that's where your career, you spent your majority of your career there. Like you wanted to win a championship there, you wanted a lot there. So, damn, they traded you, and right after they trade you, they win a chip. Yeah, to be honest with you, I wouldn't put his jersey up there. So even if they did, I'm with Drake. Take that shit down. I'm not putting DeMar DeRozan jersey up there. He couldn't beat Braun for shit. Oh my God, Braun used to fucking murder him. Murder him. Drake a little corny for being like on live TV saying that too, because it was like,
A little corny.
but you got to understand too, it's
A
like,
little corny.
yo, bro, you spent your career over here. I'm pretty sure they were close to. I'm pretty sure you was in that man's crib, and now you're in this nigga's music video.
Didn't he get traded?
And now you're in this music
And
video.
didn't he get traded?
Drake doesn't have nothing to do with that nigga getting
Oh,
traded. He doesn't
no,
own.
no,
he
no.
doesn't own
That's
nothing.
not how it works.
He is not
That
part
is
of that
not-
team.
I feel you, but that's not how it works in
But
reality.
this is what I'm saying.
I feel you.
You are
but
getting support from one of the biggest people for that country that you play for.
Are
Because
you
you play
telling
for
me
Canada,
Drake
right?
has no hand in the Toronto Raptors? No hands whatsoever.
Not with their trades.
No hands whatsoever.
Not with their
anybody.
trades. I don't know what he would have, but and nobody in their right fucking mind will listen to Drake if they say, "Yo, Drake, who should we trade for?" You want to lose your fucking job if that's what you're doing. Be in the NBA office asking celebrities who the fuck they want on their team that they like so much. No, get the fuck out of here. You can do some fan night shit for us. You could do some shit to help us sell more tickets and get more people in here. Yeah, you could do shit like that. But behind,
But he was doing that.
all right, and that's it. But the office
There's
shit,
no more.
the big moves that we gotta make, maybe they might let a nigga know, like, yo, we got rid of DeMar. You keep that between you and whatever. But I don't see them calling this nigga and asking this nigga, hey, what do you think we should do? No, it was a petty shot. I feel why. I know we know why he did it. Like, nigga, you spent your career with over here, and I wake up and you in this nigga's music video. So with that being said, I understand why he said what he said.
Drake
Would
has
I have said that
a
shit?
close relationship with the Toronto Raptors. He is the global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors.
They ain't got shit to do with the players.
I understand that, but do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so is what I'm saying a possibility? Let's not move the goalpost. Is it a possibility? Because you got hands already in it. You don't think it's a possibility for a nigga to have a conversation. You don't think it's a possibility, like nothing?
It's a possibility, but slim. Because
Okay.
once again, nigga, if you love your job, do it to your best ability and make sure you make the final decision. You get what I'm saying? Because you fuck
True.
up and now you're fired and you're out of a job. Guess
True.
what? Drake is still over there being a global ambassador. So no.
True.
No.
True.
You
And
know
he-
basketball.
and
He
guess
knows
what?
music.
I feel like ultimately Drake is in his right for feeling exactly the way that he feels. And if he think it's up for everybody, it's up for everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
you heard that man Kyle Lowry shit. His number going up there, but DeMar DeRozan, I don't know, my boy. Oh man,
How you feel about what Metro said?
that weed packing you.
No, I didn't eat today.
You
so-
didn't eat? Man, what Metro said?
You didn't hear what he said?
Nah.
Those two, basically he said that the two albums were not about Drake.
Oh, that shit. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yo, listen, I don't pay niggas no mind after shit like that because it's like, yo, bro, stop now. Go back to what you was doing after that because
I'm fucking crying.
yeah. Let's be chill. Everybody caught their emotion off of that whole thing. Don't sit there and be like, nah, this shit ain't about. Shh. Go, bro. Go.
I say it would have been fine if I didn't hear the albums.
Feel me? Like, come on, man. Who you trying to fool?
But it worked.
Ay.
Oh, man. All right. Did he update?
You see, they raided his cell and took some shit. Took client confidential
Yeah,
shit.
Sure did.
You know, if that could be horrible because he
Tell
can
me.
get out off of that.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But, you know, I think shit like that happens often when they have like a big fish. I'm going to say pause. Yeah, I don't know if I have to
If you
pause that.
guys don't know, the Bureau of Prisons announced that they did a raid on all the prisons and they found a notepad in Diddy's cell and found evidence that he was calling and tampering with witnesses and threatening, and now they're threatening to bring new charges on Diddy. But they undermine his Did they under? Yeah, they're supposed to like figure all of that out within the bail hearing that happened on Friday. Did you hear what happened?
No.
Well, you already know. I went to my favorite lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately.
I'm pretty sure you did.
My
The
favorite
man that's
lawyer.
gonna break it all down.
You already know.
Go ahead and
Good
play it.
old lawyer. The good old guy. Shout out to motherfucking Mo.
Third time just might be the charm for P. Diddy's bond motion. I just got a
Also,
court.
can we talk about the fact this is third time, bro? Like, third time. This is the third time, bro.
4.
This is the third bond hearing. Bail hearing.
Or is it really? I didn't know they're still trying to get him out.
Yes.
You might as well just serve some time. Just chill.
No,
Jail's
this
not
is
for
the
him. He
third
really can't do jail.
time,
He
bro.
can't do jail. He can't do it. He can't do it. It's not for him. Jail is not
What
for
you
Diddy.
mean? Well, no.
Some
Let's
niggas
not
can
roll
go-
with that because reports came out that he was basically running that shit.
Reports came out. No.
They
You
was
gotta
fighting.
understand.
They was fighting over to make his beds and
It's
shit.
not he's running that shit. It's niggas in there being smart. Niggas in there also know, like, yo, we got a nigga in here.
He's
that
running
got
it like
some
he was
money.
Lucius. He's
It
Lucius
could be one of these
inside jail.
situations where, like, yo, we could use this nigga too for our benefit. So fuck it. Why would we beat a nigga up that could feed us too? Unless you're just an angry inmate that wakes up one morning and be like, y'all giving this nigga attention? He more special than me, and go beat his ass. That's crazy, right? But niggas do wake up angry in jail, so it's possible. But Bree, I don't see him running this shit, but he might as well just, kick back and chill out.
They said that he has a phone. He got his own
I
food.
believe he got a lot.
He's living
I believe he got a lot.
He's
And
living
just
it
chill
up.
out. Just chill out. But that lifestyle isn't for him. He needs to be a free person, if you get what I'm saying. He can't adapt to jail. So this is why he probably want to get out. But my niggas just stay in there and just chill and let this time pass. That way when they hit your ass with your conviction, you got some time served. You might get out.
I think they
elderly
playing a
man.
dirty game.
Hey man,
I
when they
think
want
they
to
playing
catch
a
when they
dirty
want to
game.
catch big fish like that, you gotta play dirty.
You playing a dirty fucking game, but the dirty game is gonna get his ass out. That's the problem. The way they're playing it, he's gonna get out. Like y'all are bugging. Like you, I think like everything at this point, it's intentional. By doing that, they violated his 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment. That raid. And they took privilege notes to his lawyers.
Yeah.
And at this point, it can be really hard for him to like get anything or even get a fair trial. Let's keep it a beam, bro. I need you to find 12 people in New York City that don't know who the fuck Diddy is and can give him a fair trial. Find me 12 jurors.
These are
that
gonna
you
have to
think.
be some real old people. These are gonna, and when I say old, like these are gonna have to be some grandparents. That's like
That's cap.
Who?
Because my dad,
yeah. And,
he's a grandparent.
but when I say like maybe out of New York, I don't know. bro,
Like
'cause the
it's
shit
done
is-
in New York. Listen, nigga, I got a juror freaking letter questionnaire. I hope I don't have to go. Cause I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, dog. I don't think I can be impartial.
I couldn't be there because if
I
Diddy
can't be
was
impartial
to
to
be able to
this.
call me and I was a juror, I'm telling him I need a meal, bro. How much you offering? I'm asking first, like how much you offering?
You cannot do that, CJ.
The fuck I can. So once again, if I was a juror, like I know people suffered and
CJ, you
everything like
can't
that.
do that.
And I hate to say it to the audience, but I'm selling it. All right, Diddy will walk because I would have took the money and I'd have bettered my family's life. Generational wealth, right there, people. So fuck off. All right.
Oh my god.
There we go. That's my take.
Oh my god.
How you feeling?
Oh my god.
Feeling good? Okay.
I feel a lot of ways. I have notes. I have a lot of ways that I feel. I think Diddy has allegedly did some monstrous shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want him to be accountable for it, but he also deserves a due process and fair trial. I think the state isn't giving him the opportunity to have a fair trial, which makes this even more harder for him. But the bond starts to get a little tough because he's tampering with witnesses and calling them. And so now I have to look at this and like, if I'm the judge, what do I do? Because if I'm keeping you in here to avoid you tampering witnesses and you're in here tampering witnesses, what do I do? I think the large part of why they kept him in there is because they knew he'd do it. So where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
They also tracked the girl from Dirty Money, who they found out and allegedly have proof that they were in communication just before Shorty made the public statement. So now it's like, on top of the Shine shit, it just draws more attention to the fact of like Diddy doesn't play fair. He'll tamper with witnesses, and it just doesn't look good for him.
It doesn't.
It just doesn't look good.
It also lets people know, if you don't know about Diddy, you could learn something about him through this documentary.
Yeah.
And now it just paints a even dirtier image. So, but sometimes.
And at this point, people are going to believe whatever the fuck they hear about Diddy because there's just so much shit that's being said.
Yeah, and you just got to.
And you don't know what's the truth from a lie. And at the end of the day, does this actually really help him? We heard awful shit. Like, if we keep hearing awful shit for months, we get to the trial in May, do you think everybody's going to be like, still feeling the same way they felt when they initially heard the shit, or are we going to be desensitized?
It's just a bad day to be him.
Like I said, it's just
because look at how much shit you got to deal with. Then you got Pac family over here trying to sue you, trying to get they shit now to see if
they
you
trying to get they shit
like
off.
yo, bro. Every day you wake up and there's some shit going on with
Yep.
you. You can't even get a little bit of sleep. But you know what my grandmother used to say? There's no sleep for the wicked. So there you go. You don't need no sleep, young man. You stay up all night
My
and think
grandma
about
said the
that
same
shit.
thing. There is no sleep for the wicked.
All right. The
There
fuck.
isn't. But does this work in his favor? Like so much press and headlines around it.
No, not at all.
If he gets the guilty, that could be a layup for the appeal, no? Yeah, bro. I
don't know, but that man's
I think
out of
all
here.
these headlines in the press, I think, yeah, bro.
They need to put that shit on FanDuel and let us bet on it.
Not on FanDuel. Do you have any picks you would like to share?
Fuck them. FanDuel been beating my ass.
Oh, okay.
I need baseball to come back. As soon as the baseball season starts in March, they could talk to me.
But yeah, for me, it's hard to imagine that he didn't do any of this shit. So I couldn't be impartial to this. I feel bad because they gonna lock this nigga the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, he's out of here.
They either gonna lock him up or they gonna dry him.
They're
going
to bleed
dry.
him first.
They're gonna bleed him
and then lock that ass up because you're not gonna be glorified in jail. You're not about to be no. We're gonna make sure that money is real low, and then we're gonna toss your ass under the cell. So there that go.
But
why,
I'll say on the flip side to the coin, the pool has already been tainted. That shit been tainted. Like you said, there's niggas on the inside that's gonna fucking do that shit. Cause it's Diddy. He's still that nigga wherever he at. It ain't gonna be like fucking Tory and his dad.
Yo, that just lets you know
Like,
there's dick rodders everywhere in this world because they don't care what you did. They don't care if you beat Cassie. The nigga in there making your bed is a dick rodder.
Yeah.
The nigga in there getting your food for you is a dick rodder.
Because they hope that he rewards them after the fact.
Nigga should have just broke his jaw. Bow. Oh my God. You know how somebody.
Speaking of broke their jaw, bro, did you see Jay Leno?
Boy.
Dog.
Let me tell you something.
Dog. Please tell me what this is. Because I know you know what this is. Because this cap, this fucking bullshit that he was trying to sell to us.
Yeah, he
fell.
fell. To be honest with you, when old people fall, this is what happens. They are not built the same.
Did you see?
Yes, and then he is also Caucasian. So you are going to see those bruises.
At a Hampton Inn.
Yo, but this is why you shouldn't just play around. Just don't.
You don't think Jay Leno got a gambling problem? Because they also
oh my God.
They broke his head.
Yo, I seen, and I believe he fell because you can. That's a lot of damage from falling.
No, my nigga.
I don't know his personal life to be like, if he has any gambling issues.
Did you see the video
of him falling?
No,
I just seen the video where they were speaking to him and he took his glasses off and it was like, oh my God, because I said the same shit. I was like, oh Lord, what did you get yourself into? Did you get to
the part where they showed you where he allegedly fell?
Yes. But this is what I'm saying,
stop playing with me.
Yo, Bree, we don't know. He old. He old, bro.
Playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. You mob-centric fucking gambling casino ass nigga. You better stop.
Niggas beat him up. You think they beat him up?
They broke his... Did you see his hand?
You gotta pay your debt then, man. Pay your debt. I believe he fell, but Bree, if you believe...
Why do you think
the people came and hollered at him?
No, there's no way you think he fell.
I don't know. I don't see Jay Leno as one of these people
Dog,
that get like...
you did
but
not
you
see where
nobody.
he fell then. There's no way. Nobody. By looking at that shit, you're telling me, bro, nah, I can't even let you sit here and lie to me like this because I will dead sit here and cry.
Nigga was probably drunk too.
He was back at it again, performing at a comedy show in Beverly Hills. This is just the latest mishap to afflict Leno in recent years. In November 2022, he was severely burned in a fire inside his garage.
I went to the Grossman Burn Center and I got a new face. That's a brand new ear.
Leno needed skin grafts, and there he is undergoing hyperbaric therapy at the world-renowned Grossman Burn Center in Los Angeles. Tomorrow night, he'll perform at Comedy for a Cause in Hermosa Beach to raise money for the Burn Foundation, his thank you for saving his life.
Will you be able to see again?
It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Did you see his hand?
Yeah, bro.
And you gonna still sit here? Did you see where he fell? And you still gonna sit here and talk? All right.
We just gotta wait.
Cool,
we just gotta wait. I'm standing on mine.
Cool,
you standing on yours. Bree think them people went out there and did what they did. That's fucked up because Jay can't fight back, man. That nigga old. If you beating that nigga like that, bro, you gotta chill. Scare him, but don't beat him half to death. Lord. Use a gun. Nigga, let one off near him. Bah, let him know like, shit. He done got it together. They beat the dog shit out of him. If somebody really did that to him, my God, y'all was not playing with Jay Leno. Jay, pay them niggas back. Pay him back. Pay him back,
Son,
bro.
there's no way you're telling me somebody falls.
Bro, 'cause that's crazy that they beat you like that, bro. Your eye looking vicious. Vicious.
Oh, man.
Life, man.
Life. Speaking of life, congratulations to Megan and Jonathan Majors for their engagement.
I guess.
And shout out to Jonathan Majors because his ex dropped the charges.
Oh, man. You got. And you know why I'm upset? It's because, well, young lady, why did you drop these charges? You might as well have just seen them go through. You already fucked his career. Fucked his career so bad, the man had to go get married. Got to stay in the news some way, somehow. Can't get no movies. Put my hand on a white woman. How I'ma work?
Oh, my God.
Damn, how can I stay relevant? Marry the baddest bitch in this world. Oh, my God, Megan Good. Yo, God ain't miss when he made black women. Like,
she looks amazing.
I wasn't marrying him. You told a white woman to be your Coretta. I'd have been, I'm so petty. If I was Megan, I'd have been like, be my Coretta. I'd have been throughout the whole house. Like, you got to live with that. You told a white woman to be your Coretta. You fucking serious right now? And that's why you in the shit you in now, nigga. And that should let you all know we always need a black woman behind us, okay?
All the time. Keep telling you that.
Yeah. Stop fumbling them.
They always do. They're gonna continue to. They don't listen.
Yeah, we know.
Let them figure it out. Everybody gotta figure it out when they figure it out. Luke Bryant says Beyonce needs to come into their world to be considered a country artist.
Well, I don't know who you are, Mr. Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryant is,
No, you don't.
that nigga.
Oh,
in
that's
country
cool.
music.
Okay, that's what's up. I don't know. I don't think she has to do anything. She doesn't. Her fans are so fucking crazy. If she wanted to put out an album in fucking Chinese, they gonna say that shit is fire. She don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. Young man, hush. Okay? The Beehive people are very dangerous people. Just, you don't want, like them, the Barbs, just stop. You don't want that. You don't want
the smoke?
Yeah, bro, don't.
He don't want the smoke.
Fuck around, wake up one morning, your Instagram is deleted and they reporting your shit so much. Stop playing, boy.
Listen, they
Just
gonna
leave it alone, man. She doesn't have to join nobody's world. She's a creative artist. She's been in the music industry for how long? If she wants to branch out and try different things, she can do that. If she wanted to do pop, I don't think a pop artist is gonna say, you have to tap into our world to understand our music. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, I'll slap you.
So I clearly I'm on my own boat.
Oh, sugarcane. Here we go.
Yeah, I clearly know my
Gemini.
boat. Yeah, I kind of understand exactly what he says. And I understand exactly what he means. And I hate to say it. I wish we were like that when it comes to hip hop. I'm tired of this. Come one, come all. That's not the fucking realistic shit. We need to have a fucking.
Go ahead.
We need to have a standard in hip hop, and everybody's not allowed. Sorry, and that's essentially what he's saying in country. Not everybody's allowed. Yes, you did an amazing job as an artist. You did an amazing fucking job. Nobody's ever going to ever say that. But in order to have acceptance in this circle, these are the requirements. That's it. And it's been foundation requirements. And everybody abides by the same rules. That's how we all have grown in country. And that's why country has stayed the way that it has, gate-kept, in a sense, for decades, because they have a standard. They not with that, because you can sing and you could yodel, you gonna be in fucking country. That's a dub.
Translation: you ain't welcome here. That's what I heard. Okay,
that's not what he said.
Because low key, ain't they try that same shit with Lil Nas X when he did his little song? They was like, "This is not fucking country music."
He did, he got a country artist, and they had to accept that. That's it.
So now
take the chin, take it to the chin. That's it. Take it to the chin. That's it. That's the end. You take it to the chin. Beyonce had her moment with the Country Music Awards with the Dixie Chicks, but the Dixie Chicks, them niggas don't fuck with the Dixie Chicks. So again, we're looking at this and we're like, yeah, not quite of what our standard is. Again, everybody got their own standard. Cool. If that's what it takes to get inside the club, if you need to have loafers and $5,000 in your pocket to come to the club, that's the requirement. That's it. I'm over it. I wish hip hop did that.
And if you gotta be white, that's the requirement. That's it.
That is not what he said. That's not what
you know
he said.
me, I gotta always drag it though. I always feel like low key they just.
You just think all of them are just very.
You know what I feel? I genuinely feel like they all saw something. They saw something and they didn't like it. They saw something down the road and was like, yo, if we let her do this,
she's
might
gonna
be bad
infiltrate
for
the
all of us.
situation. Yeah.
And we can't allow this.
Probably.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep that at the back door. You come through the back door only. You hear me? Don't you ever let me see your front. So, like I said, because let's be real, why can't she without having to tap into y'all world? Why can't she? Why if she wanted to go live in
She can.
isolation
She can.
in her
And she can put out-
Texas rural,
and she can, but that's
She
the problem.
can.
No, the problem is she can. She can go out and go do whatever she wants to do in country music. But if you want the CMA awards and you want the
we
you
don't know
want
if
the
she
grant,
wants that.
but you do. What we do?
It could
we
be
do.
for fun.
We do know that.
But
We're
I
not
will
doing-
tell you now,
we're not doing this just because.
Mr. Luke making such a stink of it, you're gonna make her really focus on this, and that is gonna be even.
She's already been focused on
but,
that, bro.
Yeah, but now that
She came out with a whole country album.
we
She
know
been
that.
focused
Yeah,
on that.
we know she came out with the whole country album, but you making a stink of it, and like you could have just let it slide under the tables because it didn't really. It's like okay, yeah, even y'all bumped it, right? It was fun for y'all, but nobody really went crazy about that album. And y'all could have just let it slide. But Mr. Luke, you're gonna make a little stink or a comment about it, and then that's gonna only fuel certain people. Beyonce, I feel like is one of those people that if you tell her like, I don't think this is really for you,
She's gonna do
she's
everything.
gonna do everything in her power to make it for her.
sure.
And then now, what you was trying to avoid, you just allowed it to happen because you opened your big fucking mouth. She could have just been like, "Oh, I did this country album. That was fun. I'm done." Back to
Yeah,
what
but
I
it was
gonna
never
do.
gonna be like that. Because
Yeah,
again,
and
no.
it could've.
Stop. No, it was never gonna be like that. Because again, I keep going back to the Dixie Chicks and the CMA Awards years ago. They talked mad shit about Beyonce because she was on stage with the Dixie Chicks. They slaughtered her. It was overly disrespectful, racist. Everything under the moon. So from then till now is her fuel. Of, oh, where you think so? I bet. And for that, I stand by that. Go ahead.
I mean,
Show these people about themselves.
I feel like she don't need to really check in with nobody. Just do what the fuck you want. Check in
And
with
she
who.
doesn't have to, but in order to get the
Yeah, if she do want that shit, she's gonna find a way to do it without their way too.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
I don't
country
see
is
her
one of them
submitting
weird.
to their. Yeah,
I
they are
think
weird.
They're a
They
little
are.
weird.
They are.
I don't know. I want to say yes because I love Beyonce. Let Beyonce get every other.
I feel like they're
every
powerful enough
award.
to do it their way. Yep, I feel like they're powerful enough to do it their way. They're gonna find a way.
This is true. Speaking of, do it their way. Jussie Smollett, his conviction was overturned.
He went to jail. He did some. So he served some time, right?
No,
He didn't. Not for lying. He didn't go to jail for lying.
no.
They should have threw his ass in jail for a little bit, though.
have.
Honestly, they should have threw
Why?
his ass in jail a little bit because you
Why?
had us really worried. I'm still upset about that shit. We was really thinking like, wow, look at this. They just and they are. Some of these things are really happening and they're not getting to the news. So I understand what he was trying to do, but at the same time, that bad. Fucking horrible. And if you told anybody this idea, somebody should have slapped you and said, that's not how we fix things. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, so
Like,
the
no, he
reason-
should have did some jail time. I'm against that shit. Y'all should have
Crazy
kept them
thing-
charges, Bree.
no.
He should have did some jail time. And y'all should have asked him, you learned your fucking lesson? Because that was some stupid shit. And it's just a bunch of black people
CJ,
outside his cell to be like, yo, bro, did you learn now? Because you can't ruin our
CJ,
image.
No, you
You
can't
can't
leave
ruin what
him
we
in there.
working towards.
So here's the thing. When Jussie was first convicted, he made a plea deal requiring him to forfeit $10K and do 15 hours of community service. So because he held up his side of the deal, the state was required to hold up theirs and overturn the conviction.
Boo. I feel like if you cry wolf, you got to go to jail.
Damn.
It doesn't matter the situation. You cry wolf and you got people in a panic and a frenzy, send their ass to jail.
Damn.
You're a liar. You're just as dangerous as a fucking thief, a murderer. You're just as dangerous. A liar is just as dangerous. Let's be real. A liar is just as dangerous. We seen liars change people's lives.
Speaking of liars,
Damn, what happened?
Lau Mendez. Yes. Speaking of lies,
The brothers, the Menendez brothers, yes.
Lau cheated on his wife.
Okay.
How you cheat on your wife from jail, my nigga?
I don't know.
Make fucking sense. This lady been holding this nigga down for 20 years, bro.
How do you know this information?
Because I looked it up.
Okay. Oh wow. To be honest,
I had to look it up because I said, nah, you shit me, right? Like, you really shit me. Like, he ain't cheating on her. Y'all chatting. Look that shit up. I said, wow, 20 years. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say on that, but I wasn't really following them to go. But you know what? I respect you because you thought about it and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna look this shit up." So you better than me.
They found some new evidence. They might get out. Kim Kardashian says she might represent them.
What word?
She calls for their release. Will she represent them? I don't know. Maybe.
Doing what? I'll be honest with you. I don't give a fuck where this girl go get a fucking degree. I don't give a fuck what she does.
You never gonna respect her shit?
Fuck respect it. Motherfucker, you will not represent me. You hear me? I don't care if it's for a petty crime. I don't care if I stole a Snicker from the corner store and I got jabbed up. And they be like, yo,
That's
public
fucked
defender or
up.
Kim Kardashian? Public defender, please.
Oh, fuck.
So what's the
That's
plea deal we
OD.
looking at? We looking like at a solid 5 years for this Snicker because I'm not letting Kim. No, get the
OD.
fuck out of here, bro.
That's OD.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's so OD.
My lawyer got a sex tape. What?
You're a dick. I hate you so
Are you
much.
fucking shitting me? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Nah.
Last thing is Joker 2. You seen it?
Nah, I ain't about. I saw everybody butcher that shit. I tried to watch a little bit of it.
You died.
Yeah, that shit was dirt.
You died. I'll
Yeah.
save Punch from TDE's crazy tweet for next week.
Okay, sounds good. But you know what you should watch since the Joker 2 was dirt? Go watch The Penguin.
We already watched Penguin.
If you didn't watch it.
Also, speaking of Penguin, I don't really like how that nigga died in a whole fucking heart attack. I think that shit was so fucking whack, bro. That shit was whack. That shit was hella fucking whack. I'm like, yo, that's a reasonable opponent for Penguin. And this is how you fucking die? A fucking heart attack?
You see how the thing
in
is
the
just-
middle of a fight, and then Penguin want to shoot him after the fact? Bro, this nigga is dead, bro. Like, what are you shooting him for now?
You make sure the job is done. 1 in the head, 2 in the chest. You make sure that job is done. Okay? And that's exactly what he did. Heart attack or not, fuck it.
I just thought that was trash. That's it. That's the end.
I love it.
You got a pick of the week?
I don't have a pick of the week. However, winter is coming.
I do.
I just wanted to say that, you know?
Why is it?
Winter is coming. Yes, because you know, it is. It's right around the corner, and it's like, you know, Game of Thrones. Come on, Brie, don't look at me like that. You're a little piece of shit.
There's no Game of Thrones.
It doesn't matter. I got my phone case, you see?
Oh. There's no winter. Okay, well.
Yo.
What am I going to go with today? Do I want to go with something off the K-Dot album?
I figured you would.
Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to do... Do You Think About Me by 50 Cent.
Do you think about me? Do you think about me? Do you think about me?
Do you think about me?
Yeah. You think about money when you think about me, huh? That's why my ex, you don't wanna be her. She used to have a Beamer, now she on a sneaker. I had her eating lobster, now she eating pizza. I think about Easter when I think about Keisha. Shorty stay fly, that's why I keep her. Brown like the reefer, brown Mona Lisa. She good if I leave her, she got her own visa. Think about them when you think about frontin'. Think about stunting when you think about me. I'm the boss, Bentley or the Porsche. Overseas, see
Go
jet
ahead,
ski,
bob your
slide
head,
across
bob
the
your
sea.
head.
Dress. Now take it off. With your legs high on my shoulders, of course. I'm racing through your mind, but you're already lost. I'm at the finish line, and you're a friend of mine. Come on, let's ride. Just a little bit every now and then. Goddamn, girl, we used to be friends. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think like a hustler, I'm thinking about a shipment. She thinking I'm her hustle, she thinking about commitment. It's like Paul McCartney stuck in my head. He fell in love with a bitch, she walked away on one leg. She ain't even have to run to get away with the bread. That's some fucked up shit. Think about that kid. I'm thinking what this bitch thinking when she take me to court. I pay my child support, what the fuck she want? This relationship shit is too much for me. I wanna fuck, be friends, and live comfortably. She wanna shine and blow minds on shopping sprees. She should have what she want, just not for me. I'm thinking about my future, she part of my past. She don't care about me, she just wants some cash. I'm thinking, damn, girl, we used to be friends. How'd this shit become all about ends?
Just we used to be friends. Okay.
You know, actually, I think I got a song.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got a pick.
Was that enough inspiration?
It was enough inspiration.
Good.
And I'll be watching his show on Hulu sometimes because that's my boy. Excuse me.
Who the hell is you talking about? Do you think about me? Do you think? Do you think about me? By the way, that is not how I sing, but dum 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 dum.
Fun fact, right? This is one of my favorite artists, and a lot of people probably wouldn't really know that, but I really bump this nigga heavy.
Joe Budden?
You know that's funny that you was gonna say that. I thought I had a feeling you was gonna say that.
Joseph Anthony Budden?
No. Here we go.
So who is it? Can you introduce your damn song?
Yeah, we got Action Bronson.
Oh, Action.
And Big Body Brez with Falconry, right? This is one on Mr. Wonderful 2015. This is my shit right here.
No shoes on. I know you see me on the TV, looking like a hunk of beef. When I smell your baby mama shit of dungarees, somebody get the kid a deal, he sound like me. But nah, Thunny don't get down like me. The Falcon flies back to the glove when I whistle. Don't try to put me in a box like a tissue, cause I put you in a box with a pink suit. Then fuck around and have some squid ink soup, bitch.
Where'd it go?
You ain't a legend like Yanni. I'm so Queens like a Roy Wilkins t-shirt with one arm shredded and one arm missing. Dog, I was born with a lost vision.
This is probably the
I learned quick I couldn't follow
really
suit, cause the devil put the pork inside the dollar suit. Now I'm sitting in first class with a hard disk, listening to German guitar riffs. What a life. I was made like the beginning of Jurassic Park, when they took the fucking blood from the mosquito with the dope needle. Then they shot it in a wild line, 1983.
A lot of action. Yo, Bree, this should be like.
You really like some action?
Yo, look. Like, I got the. I'll be bumping my bro, like, for real. Yeah.
But that is the end of the pod today. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before we head out?
Parents of the world, I need you to take 30 minutes out of your day and sit down and read with your child every night, every day. I don't give a fuck what it is. Take 30 minutes. That's it. Just 30 minutes and read. Let them read to you. You read to them. Read. Thank you. Peace, love, and hair grease. That's all.
Thanks, y'all, for listening this week. Feel free to like, subscribe, all the other good stuff. I ain't got no last words. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.